reason to multiply. People in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington, might as well be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peek the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The clean cause they need it most. Politics with the kings. About economic growth. Cure PTSD. Cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back. I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back. I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second and a yard, Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Now a play fake. Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mayfield on play action. Steps away. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
A 38-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their 2nd drive here to ballgame charge. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Vikings at 500, sitting at 5-5. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Play fake. Mayfield. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. The 20. 5, touchdown, Vikings. Just a great individual effort there to take that pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr going to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, it's Cook. And some room to run now. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Third and long for Mayfield. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes our score 17-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 44, Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Mayfield now from the 50. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It's caught by and he coughed it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Following the good run by Cook. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cook up the gut. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Mayfield on 1st down. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Then he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Lions suck up one for a field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side throw complete to Adams. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Here's Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well executed, 22-yard gain. They go play action. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Carr to throw. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Remember in preseason when we went to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills. And, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 10-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of, What's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Want to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to take it down just shy of the 45.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
For plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points. He's got a man, complete. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
26, Raiders 15.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing his car. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Here's Carr. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Out to his left. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right.
He's got a man complete. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so bad.